This should prove useful. This should prove useful. This should prove useful. This should prove useful. Another footstep. The hunt is on, Watson. Some footsteps or marks, not clear enough to make out. Let's see if there are others. Blood. However, given the small amount, the wound should be superficial. Wait, this is interesting. There's a trace of mud here. Some footsteps or marks, not clear enough to make out. Let's see if there are others.
Ah, Holmes! There are thousands of these mosquitoes!
We must turn back, Watson, or we shall be devoured. Ah, it's a ham. What a delectable aroma. If only I were hungry. Ah, it's a ham. What a delectable aroma. If only I were hungry. What's this? Someone placed their hand near this footstep. Judging by the size of the fingers, it seems to be a youth. Why would they lean down here? Of course, to pick something up. Anson, with his servant, no doubt. These clothes belong to a servant, and judging from their size, he is a small man. Curious, there are some mud that appears to have come from underneath the bed. Yes, there is something here. Yes, there is something here. A stone of small size, but of splendid color. It seems to have no flaws, and I doubt that it originated in the American continent. These footsteps indicate a person of small stature, and the fact that they are so closely set suggests they made their way with great stealth. This blood on the ground came from a deep wound. I cannot budge the handle. They must have lodged something behind it to hold fast the door. Shh, Watson, listen. Whoever you are, open up. We mean you no harm. Open the door, for God's sake. It's a matter of life or death.
This is useless, Holmes.
Watson, your sensibility is appreciated. We shall come back later. Watson, what do you make of this?
What a horrific sight. It has lain here for at least a week.
On the contrary, Watson, once again you see but fail to observe. The warmth of the local climate and the exceptional humidity undoubtedly sped up the rate of decomposition. Based upon my calculations, the body has been here for 5 days. Let's examine the hands. They are calloused, with traces of dirt under the nails. This would be the gardener, no doubt. Champagne. Maybe this will satisfy that old man of the same name. This must be Arnson. He appears fond of cigars. Papers were burned, and great care was taken to destroy everything of any value to our case. We will find nothing further in this place. Blood! Interesting. The person who sat here was fond of cigars. Blood! The person was struck with a sharp object as they entered. You can see the trail of blood that continues past the staircase. Blood! This book has been read often. Tales of Fantastic Hunts by D. Niles. Ah, a book on the fauna and flora of Louisiana. This metal tube is approximately 40 centimeters in length and 18 in diameter. It bears a small tag which reads, "This one without defect. My sincere apologies, E. Otis."
What the devil are you doing, Holmes?
A newspaper from 5 days ago. Someone has torn the last page. Well, it seems Arnson tried his hand at a small riddle in this newspaper. How strange. He does not seem the type to take interest in mathematical conundrums. This should prove useful. Closed, tight. Closed, tight. Blood! The person was struck with a sharp object as they entered. You can see the trail of blood that continues past the staircase. They killed the man who was sitting there, and the trail of blood begins here. So this would be the body they dragged through the gate. Blood! Blood! Interesting. The person who sat here was fond of cigars. This blood on the ground came from a deep wound. This blood on the ground came from a deep wound. These footsteps indicate a person of small stature, and the fact that they are so closely set suggests they made their way with great stealth. These clothes belong to a servant, and judging from their size, he is a small man. Arnson, with his servant, no doubt. Footsteps. Let's see. Watson, regard the traces in the soil. A body was dragged here recently. Undoubtedly it was a man of great size. More traces of mud. A person wearing shoes thick with fresh mud entered the garden by this gate. They entered the house and then returned, dragging a body back along the way. This erased some signs of their former movements, but not entirely. Fortunately, I have a particular talent for tracing footsteps. A neglected art indeed.
Holmes! Here!
Very interesting. Nothing can stop an inventive and logical mind. Bah, it's only an air pistol. I would be hard-pressed to shoot a nestling from a branch with this weapon. Besides, it's not even loaded. Watson, that's shouting. Something is happening.
This must have come from the stables, Holmes. This must have come from the stables, Holmes.
They've bolted the door. There's no time for anything else. We must force it open. Quickly, Watson. We must find something to serve as a battering ram.
We must act quickly, Holmes.
Watson, this can serve as a ram to take down the door. Watson, tend to her.
Holmes, hold on. There is a message pinned to this unhappy woman. Holmes, she is still in shock. I must stay with her.